Hand over your guns now, or we'll call the real cops. That's what these wannabe commandos barked at me. Right there in my own garage, puffed up like they'd just come off the set of a discount action movie. I've been through war zones, lost brothers in arms, put men in the ground overseas. I know real authority. And now I'm supposed to shake in my boots because a handful of neighborhood punks with plastic badges and toy radios say so? I just laughed. Halloween must have come early, and these boys thought a paper badge made them king of the block. You ever get that feeling when somebody's playing dress up in your own home and expects you to salute? My garage was wide open, sun pouring in, every tool lined up with the kind of order you only get after years of military service. Sir, we're here for neighborhood safety regulations. The tall one boomed, flashing his badge like he was running for sheriff. Troy Bennett, HA Security Enforcement. His voice had that tin can authority you hear from all cops. The other two flanked him. Clipboards ready. Radios hissing with fake police chatter if you didn't know better. But I do. The uniforms? Too shiny. The walk. Pure civilian. Not a day of drill in their lives. They eyeballed my gun safe like they'd hit the jackpot. I stayed calm. Arms crossed. Security enforcement. Huh. Never heard of that department. The middle guy started rattling off rules from a stack of papers. Firearm Investigation Authority under subdivision. Code sounded official if you ignored the nervous twitch and the sweat stains. The third guy, built like a linebacker, was glued to his comm device, mumbling codes that sounded almost right, but missed the mark by a mile. I kept thinking, I know that face. The tall one. Where had I seen him? Then it clicked. Bennett's Bargain Beds. That late-night mattress commercial. The guy with the goofy dance and the oversized pillow. So I said, aren't you that guy from the mattress commercial? And you should have seen his face color drained out faster than water from a boot. Confidence cracking like cheap drywall. The other two panicked, eyes darting, looking for an exit. I have no idea what you're talking about. Troy stammered, but it was over. His mall cop routine didn't hold up under real scrutiny. I looked closer at their gear, let a little sarcasm slip in. You get these badges out of a cereal box? They flinched. The badges felt light, hollow, like foil. Even the uniforms had that Halloween store sheen. Sir, you need to cooperate. Troy pressed, trying to point at my safe like he could touch it. The other two crowded in, but all I saw were actors playing lawmen. I pulled out my phone and hit record. Military protocol. In Afghanistan, fake authority could get you killed. Here, it was 3 amateurs trying to scare a veteran out of his rights. Step away from my property, I said, making sure I was between them and my safe. You got no legitimacy here. My U.S. Army command sure meant something. Theirs didn't. The nervous one started waving his papers, but his hands were shaking. Sir, these are official HOA enforcement papers. He insisted, voice cracking. The show was unraveling. Their confidence evaporated, like dew in the Texas sun. Troy tried a last bluff. Backup units are en route. He barked, but he sounded more like a kid begging for his mom than a cop. I kept recording. Go ahead. Call for backup. Let's see what happens when real officers show up. Diane arrived, arms crossed, righteous fury in every word. If you won't cooperate, I'm calling the real police. Perfect, I said, eyes never leaving Troy. Let's get some real law out here. Within minutes, my driveway was a circus neighbors gathering. Phones out, homemade signs saying safety first in the same crooked handwriting. Diane stood in the middle, dialing 911, her voice trembling with fake terror. We have an armed veteran threatening our neighborhood. I called out, Ma'am, I haven't threatened anyone. Some folks looked unsure, glancing from me to Diane. She pulled up a clip on her phoneme, cleaning my rifles, edited to look like I was aiming out the garage. Mrs. Patterson next door piped up. Wait, I was gardening all afternoon. Never saw anything. The security team tried to act like SWAT. directing folks with hand signals and serious faces. It was all theater. Young Tommy down the street asked, "Are we not safe anymore?" I knelt down. "We're perfectly safe. Tommy, some adults are just playing pretend." Diane's panic started to show. The nervous imposter's paperwork looked like it came out of a home printer that morning. Officer Morrison finally arrived, stepped out with the weight of real authority. You could tell in his walk military. Like me, Troy strode over like they were on the same team, trying to take command. Morrison stopped him cold. "Let me see some identification." Then his eyes caught my shirt. "Sergeant Major?" We shared a look, one veteran to another. "That's right, officer. And these men aren't who they're pretending to be." Morrison demanded credentials. They had nothing. "Ma'am, fabricated video is a serious matter," he told Diane, voice steel. "Who here actually witnessed threatening behavior?" Silence. The tall one was in a furniture commercial last month. I added, for good measure. Troy started to sweat, bluffed about county clearance. But Morrison cut through every excuse. Private security cannot impersonate law enforcement. That's a federal crime. As Morrison radioed for federal backup, Diane's computer and phone revealed the scheme, months of plotting, payments to Troy for firearm elimination, digital records of targeted harassment. This wasn't about safety, it was about money and ideology. Federal agents flooded in. Forensics laid out the whole plot. Turns out Diane and Troy's crew had targeted dozens of veterans across multiple states, faking emergencies for contracts, bribes, and intimidation. The community center filled for the emergency meeting. Troy tried to smear me with doctored footage, pushing that tired PTSD narrative. Dr. Stone, a military counselor, tore apart their fake evaluations and exposed the scam. Mrs. Henderson, who lost her son in Afghanistan, stood up, her voice shut the room down. "How dare you use my son's sacrifice to attack another veteran?" That was the turning point. The room stood with me. In court, the story grew. Even bigger federal charges. Seized assets. National reforms. Diane turned witness for a lighter sentence, helping shut down the entire ring. New laws were drafted to protect veterans from this kind of organized abuse. The case set precedent. HOA boards got real training. Rapid response teams were created, and veterans like Hode fought overseas would never have to fight this kind of battle alone again. Now my garage, once the stage for that pathetic show, is a learning center. Kids recite the Bill of Rights, where phony badges once tried to intimidate me. Diane writes letters from prison, claiming she's changed. Troy's doing hard time, and veterans across the country are safer because I didn't roll over. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments what you think. What you'd change, and if you think I earned a thumbs up. Share this with someone who loves a good plot twist. Hit that little thanks button if you want to help me keep this going. One story at a time. Stay sharp, stay free, and I'll catch you in the next one.